San Diego Comic-Con 2019 is upon us, which means it's time for trailers, announcements, and some awesome exclusives. What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here, and I'm about to run through what we can expect and when we can expect it with San Diego Comic-Con coming up from Wednesday, July 17th through Sunday, July 21st. First up, let's start with the biggest panel of the week, Marvel Studios, Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. If you're looking for advice on how to get into this panel, well, all I can say is have your badge ready and get in line now. I'm speaking from experience. We are finally in the post-Avengers Endgame and post-Spider-Man Far From Home world, which Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has long promised as the time when plans will be announced. The studio has a picture of what's coming for the next 5 to 6 years, but at Comic-Con, we will probably get a look at the next 2 to 3. The sure thing here is Black Widow. The cast of that movie will almost certainly trot onto the stage in Hall H and finally make the whole thing official, giving it a real title and release date, revealing who is in it and when it takes place, and probably showing exclusive footage to Hall H since it's been in production for a while now. We'll probably also get official casting confirmations for the Eternals and Shang-Chi as well, complete with some concept art which will give us the first idea of what those movies might look like. Loftier but somewhat less likely expectations include Chris Hemsworth being confirmed for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, a Fantastic Four movie being announced with the cast being revealed, and sequels to Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel getting official release dates. Expect some surprises. Also, the Endgame directors Anthony Russo and Joe Russo have a panel the day before, which should be loaded with intel and surprises for their upcoming projects, none of which involve Marvel, but they do include Netflix's Magic the Gathering, Tom Holland, and Chadwick Boseman. Next up, let's talk about The Walking Dead. AMC is going to take over Hall H for at least 2 hours on Friday afternoon for The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead panels, but there's something about the cast of the second spin-off show being announced just before Comic-Con that makes me think something else could be brewing there. The Walking Dead will release its Season 10 trailer both in Hall H and online at the same time on Friday, while Fear the Walking Dead will have a bit more of a difficult time doing something like that since its mid-season 5 finale airs that Sunday night. We should also expect some movie news here. The Rick Grimes movies have some details to share about when and how we will be watching them, so Andrew Lincoln might show up with something to say. Plus, Michael Cudlitz is coming to town, and he probably is going to be reprising that Abraham Ford role we love him for sooner or later. Plus, they're working to bring Lauren Cohen back as Maggie, so there could be some news there too. Game of Thrones will be in Hall H too, but after their disappointing panels in years past and that underwhelming final season, this is about as much attention as we're willing to pay to them right now. HBO will be dropping a new trailer for Westworld Season 3 though, so that's cool. Warner Brothers won't be bringing DC Comics movies to Hall H, which is a huge disappointment considering Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, and the Joker movie are all on their way. They're doing a whole Scare Diego thing instead, which will focus on their upcoming horror movies like It Chapter 2 and Doctor Sleep, which probably means new trailers dropping online based on this studio's track record. Still, it's a safe bet that Warner Brothers will have some cool costumes and props from the upcoming DC Comics movies on the show floor, and you can count on the fact that I'll be running around taking photos of them. The safe bet is that Birds of Prey costumes will be rolled out on the show floor, just like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and others have in the past. Don't expect any big Star Wars news, as Disney rarely reveals anything big from these upcoming movies at Comic-Con, although LEGO is offering a cool Episode 9 themed exclusive set. And on the video game front, Marvel's Avengers game has already plastered itself on buildings around the convention center and will be looking to show off more gameplay footage and intel on Thursday, aka opening day, so that's not a bad way to start San Diego Comic-Con 2019. What are you most looking forward to at San Diego Comic-Con? What is your big prediction? Leave a comment or send them my way on Instagram and Twitter at BrandonDavisPD, and be sure to be following all of next week as we hit the San Diego Convention Center with Comicbook.com.